Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Sky Williams and this could be my last video. Now I only say that because I'm extremely inconsistent. But this time when I say that it might be my last video, it's not just because I'm inconsistent. It's more that YouTube recently has been doing some outlandish shit. Just some genuinely crazy, out of control shit. And would you believe it, mostly it has to do with me. And I know, yes, I'm a drama queen, that's fine. But this one isn't me though. This isn't even my fault. This is such bullshit. This is not fair. I demand a pass. Right now, I'm just looking around. I'm just looking around because I genuinely think somebody's gonna come fuck me up from like YouTube Mafia. I tried to kiss as much ass as possible. I'm not gonna lie. But the only reason I kiss ass is because I'm like medium key convinced that there's like a bunch of like elite YouTubers that sit in the room and talk about how much they don't like drama and all that shit going on, and Susan Wojcicki's over here throwing darts at God himself with the cup inscribed, "It's just a word." Oh shit. And believe me when I say, I have no morals. I wish I was in that room. I tried to find any way in. I was being nice to everybody. Honestly, they do really need a nigga behind the scenes. I would have been the perfect one. See, I could be the press nigga. I could be the one behind the scenes when people trying to get dirt on YouTubers, and then I find them. And then right as they're gonna get the truth, I intervene. And then I'll say something like, listen, these YouTubers care about their fans. I'll make like dramatic ass movements like, behind the screen. They are good people. Because to them, it's all about you. The love, the admiration, and the respect that you as fans give them is not worth any amount of money. But then I'm gonna turn around like a Syndicate and T. Martin like, I see ya. Nigga, you know what you did. I already know what you're thinking. Here goes this nigga again with more drama. But before you unsubscribe, let me ask you, do you think I love being in drama? Absolutely. It's 100% yes. Usually that's not this serious, but I mean, it's kind of fun. And I'm working on it. But honestly, do you think I want to get steamrolled by YouTube? No. I would love to be able to just make and not have happen. But unfortunately, YouTube has made it extremely clear that I myself am not welcome here. And hopefully after this video, you will agree. It's that up. So assuming they ghost me out of the algorithm or they just delete my channel or they give me them 3 strikes randomly, while I still have my platform, I'm gonna speak. Because the really sad thing is, this used to be my favorite place to go. Here's 3 massive reasons why I hate YouTube. 1, YouTube dead ass changed my skin color. It looks like I'm black, but nigga, I don't know. This isn't even clickbait. I can actually prove it. Y'all remember last year when PewDiePie hit that clean, hard ER when he was on stream? Now I, along with a lot of other YouTubers, made a video on this for pretty much the same reason. We all really needed to be relevant for at least a few more days. But on top of that, I actually thought that I had some pretty good things to say. But I guess YouTube didn't really agree, because a day later, my video's down and I got a strike. And they struck the shit out of me. Oh boy, I said. My video was taken down and I lost monetization for 3 months. Great! And I can't live stream or make custom thumbnails? Neat! Wow! So the report screen is pink. It tells you what happened and what the penalties are. It was personally reviewed by YouTube. And they said that I was inciting racism. I was inciting hate speech. Oh gee, I said, there must be a reasonable explanation for me as a black individual to be flagged on black issues while there's 17 hours of content of non-black people telling me how to feel about the word. So I searched almost every single video that people made about PewDiePie and I found every single one, which is the problem. I shouldn't have found them because if my video got flagged, I didn't even say the N-word. My shit was bleeped, but all of their videos were still up. Now, I was not trying to start no war, but I didn't know what else to do. So I made a video a few days later. I'm crying like a bitch, like a massive infant, and I'm explaining that I've never really been in trouble before on YouTube. They pretty much said that my video was inciting racism. I lost a lot of privileges, a lot of monetization, and even right now, my custom thumbnails, I have to keep refreshing, and hopefully I get lucky. It says like a put, it'll be like, oh, your account's not eligible for this. Or I keep refreshing, and then eventually it'll be like, oh, okay, there you go. Of course I appealed it, and of course it was rejected. I just had to sit there and be like, damn, this is some shit. I made this video, I spent a lot of time on it, and I guess I got punished for not being qualified enough to speak on the issue. Nigga, I am black. So then I thought, okay, if I'm not qualified to speak on black issues, maybe I'm not black anymore. Maybe some shit happened? But then it dawned on me, if I actually wasn't black, then my video wouldn't have gotten striked. You see what I'm getting at? They struck my video knowing fully well I'm a black nigga. They watched it. They knew that it was not anything what they said in the report, yet they shot me down. So I kind of just gave up. Like, I just kind of tapped out of life. I didn't really know what to do or say. I felt powerless to fight. I've never felt that my skin color was a disadvantage. We have a lot of these identity politics going around, and never once did I think that my black skin was something that would one day hinder me, which many of you know, until now. Because in my view, YouTube basically told me that I'm black, but I'm not black enough, or their kind of black, or the black that they can market in order to say something, as hostile as that, or whatever they felt. So I just felt like there was this weird separation. Like, what do I have to do to be the right kind of black for YouTube to respect? Like, what? I don't get it. Like, I don't know what you want me to do. I don't know what the acceptable black thing is to do. They didn't put that in the report, so I don't know. But now you might be thinking, didn't this video have a custom thumbnail? Don't you have monetization now? I think I saw an ad! Was everything fixed? I'm glad you said something, because now we get to go right into number 2. Everybody's always talking about being betrayed by snakes and, oh, we was friends, but then that snake bitch did this. When it turns out that YouTube was the biggest snake of them all. When I made that video where I cried with no real genuine goal, just kind of can't really do anything else, and I'm feeling extremely demoralized, the YouTube Twitter account responded to me. Let's see. Changed my skin color. Accused me of inciting racism. Okay.
That's me. How much is it? It'll be $18. Go. Keep
Snake ass. Okay, here you go. Would you like your receipt in the bag? Yes? Okay then. Here you go. We sincerely apologize. The strike was flat out the wrong decision and opposite to our values as a platform. It's been reversed, and we're taking steps to make sure this doesn't happen again. Your voice is core to who we are, and we're truly sorry for the painful experience. Let me tell you what came of this tweet. Everyone looked at this tweet in the reversal and assumed that everything was great, right? I mean, I thought the same thing too. I actually got contacted by some very sweet people at YouTube, but all that sweetness seemed to go ghost when actual commitments were being pressured. A lot of dates were set, meetings were promised, discussions were guaranteed to me, and I had the audacity to remember it a month later. Me, right? I'm gonna attempt to use my platform responsibly and not witch hunt, but I will tell you everything that happened from then to now for free. I don't care about that. I had a conversation with some higher ups at YouTube that were talking to me about this issue. In this conversation, we discussed future meetings, things that can happen, why it was so impactful, various apologies, and lots of plans for reforming and a new conversation. A new conversation that may have included even higher up people in YouTube. I was told to wait about 3 to 4 weeks. I didn't post any videos because I honestly was very, very nervous. I felt there was someone at YouTube that either A, is just blatantly racist and stupid, or B, hates me. But B didn't really make sense because it's like, I'm not that pretentious. I'm not sitting here thinking that YouTube is isolating Sky Williams. No, but I do think someone in there has to be dumb as that's a given. Dumb niggas is everywhere. You're looking at one. I'm dumb as hell. I never said I was smart. So 4 weeks arrive and I hear nothing. Now I don't want to be pushy. I'm in a very weakened state and I'm at the mercy of YouTube. I'm still kissing ass at this point, even though they didn't say anything, because I'm like daydreaming about like sitting with like Susan and she says, "What's up, nigga?" And I'm like, "Hey." And then I'm just throwing darts at Jesus, and I just seen me come over and we just start talking about boys. Like, that's like the goal, right? That's in my head. So I'm like, okay, it was an honest mistake. You have no reason to believe that they're not going to solve this problem. Take a chill pill, take a breather, and we're gonna hit YouTube, and I'm gonna come back, and everything's gonna be awesome. And now it's 5 weeks, and it's like, I don't wanna call, because then I don't wanna sound like I'm just desperate. And then I realized I am desperate. So I reached out to the individuals and more that had contacted me about this, and I was left with radio silence. Yeah, just like that. Just nothing. DMs, emails, text, phone calls, left me on read. I got a few runarounds like, oh, I'll bring this up, or oh, I'll talk to this person, but no, nothing happened. That conversation never happened. Nothing came from it. I know that nobody from YouTube is watching this, but if you are watching this, I wanna have just a quick aside. If you're not from YouTube, everybody just shut your ears. It'll be very fast. I'll let you know when to uncover your ears, okay? So everybody ready? 3, 2, and ears. Hey YouTube, none of this is fun. So when it comes to all of the methods of communication that I did use, that's not over exaggerated, it's not in hyperbole. I do have receipts. I'm not one to share texts or emails or DMs unless I'm paid like $20. Like, I will do it for $20. Like, somebody will literally, I'm broke. I would love money. Money equals food, and as you can see, I've been enjoying that, so that was a joke. Your privacy's not in jeopardy, but I also have them. So nigga, don't play me at the same time too. Like, you can't, like, don't. Yeah, also, you got me f***ed up if you think that I'm stupid, because I'm definitely not lying about any of this shit. And so, this is my way of saying I actually do think in the future there is a resolution we can come to, but I'm pissed, and this is ridiculous. And you know I'm not lying. You know I got receipts. That's all I'm saying. Take your ears off. Okay, ready? And okay, hi. Welcome back. Nothing happened. One of the craziest parts of all of this is like YouTube doesn't actually want these problems. Like I have no idea why they would tell me something and then ignore the shit out of me, like while I'm crying to them, both in that video and on 2 separate calls. Why would all of them just go ghost? It makes no sense. You don't want all these problems. I'm a giant Negro. I'll go on Ellen tomorrow and cry. And when I cry, I gotta put my hands up, and because my fucking thighs are huge, my shirt's gonna ride up, ass crack showing, so I gotta like adjust my shirt, and it doesn't look good. You're gonna have that all over Ellen. If that's what you want, I mean, the whole reason this happened is because it's Black History Month, and they posted this thing that said, roses are red, violets are blue, subscribe to Black creators. And when I saw that, I got very upset because as a Black creator, they're telling me that I'm not Black enough to speak on Black issues, and I'm not important enough to just have any one of your staff keep any appointment? What? And then they have the audacity to pretend that they like Black creators by doing a half-baked, very poorly executed joke, knowing fully damn well that they just lied to me. They just lied. I'm sorry, actually, they lied to all of you. They made you believe that they actually gave a in their message they tweeted at me. They just lying to all of us now. You promised me to talk, and that never happened. You promised me change was coming, but nigga, we still the same. We even worse than we were. I trusted you. I really did. It was a dark time. This is everything I've always wanted to do, and I fucked it up enough on my own, and I wanted a shot, and when I finally came back with confidence, you took it. You didn't even have to do much. You had to follow up on anything. And not only did you not follow up, you went negative. You just lied. My shit's not all the way fixed. Nothing's changed. One of the bigger reasons why I'm upset is because some people came to me and said, Sky, why are you getting mad at them saying subscribe to Black creators? That's like saying all lives matter. And I said, okay, slow the down, allow me to explain. The idea behind that argument is like going to the doctor and saying, I have a broken arm. My arm bone is broken. He goes, well, all bones matter. And it's like, sure, okay, all bones matter, but this was broken, so fix my arm. Well, all bones matter, so I'll put you in a full body cast. It's like, no. But here's the difference. The Black Lives Matter movement has taken action. Whether or not you agree or like the movement, that's not relevant here. It's the fact that that movement has taken action, for better or for worse. Again, up to you to decide. YouTube has taken no action at all. Zero action. Again, negative action. The action that they've taken is literal lies. That's crazy. I just say drop the pretense. Don't pretend like you care about Black creators when you pick and choose which ones you want to care about. Just be honest. You don't really care. Trust me, I get it. You think you're doing your part. You know, you help some select Black creators that you feel are marketable, but then you the other ones because you drove by a Black Panther poster and you were like, that's just fine, but you sped up because you don't like to drive in that part of the neighborhood. I get it. I don't agree, but I get it. And if I'm wrong, then let your actions speak, because your words have meant nothing. They're worse than my words, and my words are pretty bad. No, mine are worse. But you two, you are a close second. The craziest thing is in their tweet, they talk about how my voice is like very important to YouTube. Yet when I used my voice again for their blatant disregard for me, my channel, and their lies, which got over 150,000 favorites, another one got like 80K favorites. Silence. YouTube really left me on read. Again. Damn, I could be annoying, but you could at least say off. Like if YouTube were to text me or DM me and be like, off, you Black bitch, this video would not be made. I'd have been like, you right, YouTube. You know what? I overstepped. I could clearly see now there's communication. But no, not even that. But they just saw the tweet and these niggas did nothing. They don't even care. Ellen? Hello? Now this is the moment you've been waiting for, because this is something that I believe nobody talks about, okay? And to me, it is by far the worst thing about YouTube. Because right now, I probably sound like a whiny bitch, right? I probably sound like some bitch ass spoiled nigga kid that's complaining about having almost 1 million subscribers, and I'm doing all these things when, because I complain a lot. I'm really good at it. If you think about it, that's the entire premise of my channel, is I take things and I bitch about them. But that's just it. In this video, if I came off whiny or bitchy or just acting like a grown infant, if you feel that way, you're right. And why is that? Well, let's move on to the last reason. 3. YouTube is basically Angelica Pickles. For those of you that don't know, Angelica Pickles is a character on a show called Rugrats. The show's premise is 4 babies, Tommy, Chucky, Phil, and Lil. They do baby all the time, go around, got screwdrivers in the diapers, and they just, pretend and have fun. So obviously the babies hang out when the parents hang out, but the babies are too young to say anything to the parents. But there's one character who can talk to both. You guessed it, Angelica. So Angelica goes and bullies the out of the kids, and then when there's a big ass mess and the parents are like, what the hell happened? Angelica's like, oh, Aunt Dee, it was terrible. Tommy and Chucky took your makeup and started doing Phil's makeup, and then Lil just beat Susie's ass, and I'm and the parents will be like, Angelica, thank you so much for telling the truth. Tommy, Chucky, and then they go home and throw them in a lake of fire, even though the babies didn't do like, we don't know that Angelica just spilled that lipstick all over her Valentino bag. And that bitch gets away almost all the time. But the babies can't talk, so they just gotta take the L. There's nothing else they can do. The comparison here is that YouTube's actions, or lack thereof in this case, forces the creator to respond. It's like we're the dumb babies, and then YouTube come through and us up, and when you guys come to our channel or our Twitter, and you wonder what the hell's going on, we don't know what to say, because we don't even know what the happened. We don't have the ability to express to you because YouTube doesn't tell us shit. Then they turn around and they tweet, like on my thing, they're like, oh, I'm sorry, it was wrong. And then there's no action. Except YouTube is actually a lot worse than Angelica, because Angelica, at the very least, that bitch sometimes gets put in her place. And sometimes she helps. YouTube just sets minefields on the floor, and we just gotta hope that we don't blow up. And if we blow up, we now have to explain to you, with words that we don't know because we have no info, why the I'm missing a leg today. Why the did I step on a landmine and blew my ass up? We're just constantly making content. We have no clue what is going on ever. Don't believe any YouTuber when they say like, yeah, I got it down. They don't. They're just lying. No one knows. And that's what makes it scary, right? In this fictional world of this Rugrats comparison, if we push too hard against Angelica, Angelica could just beat our ass and then tell the parents that, well, sorry, Tommy just kind of fell. Could do that, for sure. And have done that. If we push too hard, we risk losing everything, and if we don't push hard enough, it's the same fate. The rules on YouTube mean nothing because people get arbitrary random punishments and then silence afterwards, and we just gotta rebuild. There's no justice. No, it's actually worse than that. It's not there's no justice. I'm sure there's a better way to say it, but it's like negative justice. It's like YouTube is rewarding and harboring a home for some criminal ass people. Like honestly, you can keep your trending tab, keep your algorithm, keep your YouTube red show, keep all that special privileges. Go ahead and give people 1 million passes. I actually don't give a Just leave me alone, because I didn't do anything wrong. Most of us didn't do anything wrong. Like, this is actually crazy. This is insane. Like, 2 of your creators, T. Martin and Pro Syndicate, they stole millions of dollars from their fans, and with some half-ass monetized apologies and a bunch of deleted videos, and these niggas still have a channel. They smiling ear to ear, and they still here, but I get striked. They're just there. Hey, what? And I lose monetization? Crazy. To the person at YouTube that personally reviewed my video and struck me down like you did, I have a quick question for you. While you were busy not watching my video, there's no way you did, let's just be real, and striking me for and pretty much taking away things that made me happy, I got a question. What have you done about the 2 niggas on your platform that have literally embezzled millions of dollars from their fans, lied about everything, monetized apologies, and now I just happily wake up and upload? Why they still there? Did you review that yet? Daddy of 5 literally beat the hell out of his kids physically and mentally. And his little girlfriend too. Both of them. Daddy and Mommy of 5. They both did that. I know they're trying to make an alt channel. Did you review that too? I can't believe I'm saying this. We have convicted rapists on the platform right now, today. Every day, like, ha ha ha, new video. Did you go ahead and review that too? Did you review their channel? You've got a grown white nigga in Japan filming niggas that committed suicide, trivializing the body, then throwing Pokeballs at Japanese officials. He's a policeman, he's throwing Pokeballs at them. He makes a joke out of it and then apologizes in a monetized video. Did you review that? You didn't. Just like you didn't review mine. You didn't review any of that. Except I'm the only one that got punished. Oh, boo-hoo. Logan Paul lost monetization. Oh my God. Now he won't get $5 million a month for a month. Logan has the audacity to say like, I'm misunderstood. Nah, nigga, we understand you. We saw what you did. There's no misunderstanding. You call that a mistake? In like the 16-hour flight to Japan, you needed to know that was a mistake? You sat there and you wrote in all capital letters the title to that video. You told your editor, yeah, use this picture. Yeah, dude, it's really funny. And you clicked upload, but don't forget, you had to render that shit. And if I remember correctly, it was pretty much over 5 minutes. And I know that you have money, but things can only go so far in the world of rendering and, mobile computers. So it must have taken at least 30 minutes with your rich ass. And through that, putting it on the internet, clicking OK and upload and typing everything in your tags and your thumbnails. You had no time in between any of that to be like, hey, maybe showing my impressionable adolescent audience dead swinging bodies and making fun of them, it might not be right. But you knew that. I don't even know why I'm talking to you. You don't care. And neither does YouTube. Talking to no one at that point. Recently, we have a country have been going through some pretty harsh realizations. A lot of men in Hollywood are being outed for being sexual offenders, and a lot of people, not just women, are saying, you know what? For those of you that didn't speak up, for those of you that were silent, you are complicit to this abuse. But the worst thing here is that YouTube, not only have you not spoken up or done anything about the heinous things, but you also were vocal about your racism and your lack of effort in your disciplinary actions when you decided to take away everything that made me happy and then leave me on read for months to come. That's nuts. But I'm no saint either. I'm only speaking my mind right now because I'm being trashed by YouTube while all these other monstrosities is being praised and promoted. And I see YouTube like my workspace. I see this as my home. And you got some niggas with some dirty ass feet on my floor and some nasty ass elbows. Got some ashy feet. And I should have made a video earlier, but I'm so desperate for the opinions of others. I didn't want my fans to think all I do is talk about drama. And I also did not really want to deal with Loganeers or whoever's gonna come at me. I mean, I'm not afraid of Syndicate or T Martin at all. All of their fans, whoever's there, come at me because y'all niggas is crazy if you still love them, but whatever. That's just me. But other people, I mean, I was afraid of fans coming here and me up. But I was always confident. I was always confident because no matter what happens, as long as I have a platform that is fair, I would overcome. And it turns out that that is exactly what you are not. You're everything but it. You're everything but fair. You are awful. I know that life isn't fair. Sure, fair is where you go on rides and eat cotton candy. But I actually did think that a place that you cultivate so many communities and people to come together to make content to make the world a better place, or worse, sometimes these memes are out of control. We're the first generation of people that really put out internet media. And we're connecting with people in a way that we never thought possible. And you took that and you decided that you wanted more money. And the worst part is, if you were just transparent with what you wanted, we would have worked something out. But instead, you do this. You make me do this. You make your creators do this. And I have nowhere else to go. So this is the only thing that I can do for now. Before this, I never really butt heads with anybody. I just, head down like, yes, sir. Gonna go and just upload this video. Didn't want to break any relationships. Didn't want to, create new waves. I would walk on eggshells and suck up to whoever I needed to if it meant keeping me off the radar, but that's gone now. Everybody talks about how horrible the algorithm is, and I actually believe sometimes that it was an excuse for their channel not doing well. I was wrong. You might be just as bad as everybody's been saying. So, my final statement, YouTube, because you're trying to become sentient and make your own decisions and choices, I will speak to you like you are an adult. Makes sense, right? I genuinely hate you. And no, this isn't some melodramatic, no, hatred. Before this, I only hated my stepfather, and more recently, my brother. But I hate you more than them. The hatred that I feel for you is unlike anything I've ever felt. You took the only thing that I lived for and you ruined it. You proved to me that my skin color can be a handicap, and you doubled down by letting me know that I'm insignificant by not saying anything. Any of you said nothing. You faked your black creator thing, and when called out, you went back to silence. In some ways, you've ruined my life. This was the only thing that I looked forward to that could make me really happy. I used to be so excited to make content and go on my channel and look at the views. I would refresh all the time. Now, if I look at my views, I just get anxiety. People tweet me all the time. I don't make it into their sub boxes. I don't do this, but it didn't show up in my sub box, or they randomly unsubbed me from you. What are we supposed to say? We can't say anything because you tell us nothing. So now, while the audience that we cultivate cultivated is looking at us for answers, because that's what we're here to do. We talk into the camera and we give them content. You give us nothing. We give them nothing. They get frustrated and they leave, and you're nowhere to be found. I actually didn't think there was something in the world that could ever destroy my spirit, but take your W, nigga. I got f***ed up. And the f***ed up part is, I want to believe that there's a misunderstanding here, but it's pretty clear. It's pretty clear what's happened. It sucks because I used to love what I do, and now I just don't even like waking up. Life is so hard as it is. Already, 2018, we already got like, I don't even know the exact number of shootings, but one is obviously way too many, and there are things that we're experiencing now in this media that is very hard to handle. Life is difficult, short, and then we die. And maybe through death would be the only way that I actually got into a trending tab, assuming that Logan Paul was trying to film some obese nigga's dead body. Maybe, you know, the nigga's crazy, I have no idea. But now, things between you and I are different. The one positive that came from all of this is I no longer have even a shred of fear of uploading and making content. See, I was afraid before because I thought that if I didn't make prestigious content all the time, or content that you all love, that my subs would drop, so I would not post videos, and I would be afraid. I have so many videos that I just didn't post because I was like, no, this needs to be excellent. I waited too long. I lost a lot of my audience. But I said, you know what, it's okay, because if I just come back with quality content, I can win them back, when in reality, that didn't exist. You arbitrarily just on people. People don't even know why. My content could be dope, or it could be but it's a roll of the dice. Wake up in the morning, you roll your dice, and you just decide that now the algorithm favors 10-minute videos. Oh, but only if the watch time is 56% in which case, if it links here, then this. And if you sub from this page, then in which case, in the cart. Not a single email about that, by the way. I used to be afraid of big YouTubers coming to get me. You know, if I say something they don't like once again, Logan Paul, Jake Paul, Syndicate, T Martin, Daddy of 5, nigga, I don't give a I used to be afraid, now I'm not. Because those are people that I believe are disgusting. And if their fans want to come over here, I mean, then, you know what, bring it on. And I can't even get mad at Logan Paul's fan base. I just tried to get mad at people's fan bases, but in reality, like, I actually just love people. Like, so I wouldn't get mad, that's another bluff. Now, I mean, I'm still mad at those creators, please don't get me wrong. And this is not grief, this will not pass. I will not be brand new in person if any of those niggas sort of come up to me like, hey, let's talk. Oh, there's no discussion. There's no discussion, Syndicate or T Martin, unless you're behind bars, then we can talk. But until then, you're nothing. Hopefully soon to anyone. So my goal here on YouTube is a little different now. I'm gonna try to put out the best I possibly can in every way. I'm gonna just go crazy. I'm gonna just start putting out dope ass and hopefully I get the confidence and the capital to leave. So I can take who I am, my brand, and the people that love me to a place that doesn't favor money, and a place that isn't blatantly just, not even, I was gonna say blatantly racist, but no. See, because that's an easy way out if I just called you racist. Oh, I learned this from birth. No, I'm not gonna call you racist. I'm gonna call you a liar. I'm gonna call you disingenuous. I'm gonna call you a snake. I'm gonna call you what it is individually, because all of those actions I have seen firsthand, and I don't want the people that I love around that at all. But I'm not done with you yet. Vlogging, if you didn't know, is actually not the most effective way to roast somebody. H3H3 and iDubbbz have taught me that sometimes you have to really show people how you feel. You have to express it in a unique individual way, like a sketch or a skit. And RiceGum has taught me is sometimes you gotta fight fire with fire. And finally, I know that I'm not gonna be able to make some dope ass alone, so I will be asking for collaborations and help. My goal is to express myself in every facet of media that I am able to perform. And hopefully, at the end of all of it, you will see just how much I cared about you and just how much damage you've done to me. And then I'll never talk about it again. For those of you that aren't into this, do not worry. I've got some great Overwatch and League content that I can keep at bay. You know, we got some drama-free. You can just, you know, chill over there. I know y'all don't want to hear all this all the time. Don't worry. Look for the symbols though. If you see kind of an interesting symbol on the video, probably guess it's one of the storyline videos that I'm trying to make. Everything else for now, while still great, is low-key kind of a filler. Well, that's enough emotions for me today. It is almost 6 a.m. So I am going to go ahead and finish this up and get started working on other things. I don't have anything to say. I don't really have anything to discuss with YouTube, as I am not trying to put my heart out there again and then have them just blatantly shit on it. It's not fair. So I'll be just doing me. Hope you guys stick around for it. Yeah, that's 3 massive reasons why I hate YouTube. I used to love this place. I used to actually love being here.